Yo, hello there my delicious friends, welcome back to a bit more of a wonderful Final Fantasy XVI. We have been interrupted. My sweet self and Jill were actually about to genuinely kiss, but Gav ran in to tell us that there is this fake scenario wherein a Rosaria is being attacked, but it's actually a lie to draw me out. However, side quests I'm going to do offline, but side quests which have a plus symbol usually affect actual mechanics in-game, such as chocobo riding and increased abilities of crafting. So I am just going to check that triangle out before we go anywhere else, whilst we're live here on twitch.tv/Mikey Mega Mega. Look at my sword. Look how cool it is. Long straight-bladed thin swords in the world of Malazan are like very old style. Like Silchus Ruin has stuff like this, but I really like the vibe. Also, I've never been round the back before. But it's my birthday and she loves me greatly, so I finally talked her into it. What is down here? They're planting.
Let's see about planting those seeds then.
I'm not going to talk to him. But I will talk to this person. Oh, a second library. Oh, sorry, no, it's just a couple shelves.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did.
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm.
Oh.
Among them is a flower called a Morganbeard.
Do you think this will increase
the potency of lesser medicines?
Do you think this will increase my ability to have more potions?
Healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Yeah. I'm kind of, I've adopted the Sid moniker because I'm continuing his dream. And also it's good for marketing for all of our enemies to think he's still alive.
Tell me of these Morganbeards then.
But of course, if my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures.
Oh, it's going to be a fight.
Nothing
Okay.
you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
Hey, Caluconti, how you doing, man? Take a sip. I'll have another. I've turned the lighting off now, dude, because I've got my green screen up. So we're going to Northern Rosaria for Morganbeards. In something Sorrowwind? Was the original an engineer type? Characters usually associated with airships or tech. I don't know about the original. I think Sid might have been on an airship in Final Fantasy III. He definitely is obviously in 7. Sid is also the boss of Farm Garden, which is technically an airship as well. Actually, yeah. Okay, so let's check out how effective our new equipment is that we've been decking ourselves out in since the last episode.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Aww. We're all helping. There's a good community here. I like these people. Yo, let's go.
All right, Sid.
Everyone knows me. I forget I actually have a chocobo now. We don't have to run everywhere. Let's ignore them. There's probably a better fight to be had down by the thing.
Marshes near the alley are certainly damp. Let's see if
Goblin guard there.
We're not alone.
Right, I'll probably have to kill these guys then.
The size of a goblin's eye. What this goblin? Being attracted enough.
Oh, 700 damage with a charged shot. That's really good. I'll turn this down just a half touch. It provides a great many roles. Tech savvy is a clear running geek for the character. Yeah. Definitely vaguely in that kind of position for sure. I'm down for that. Okay. I took a bit of damage because I was leaving my abilities running for the DPS as opposed to breaking the animation and going through a dodge.
These are our Morgan beards, all right. Well, I've gone to this much trouble.
It's just like a tiny bit more efficient.
Familiar about this scent.
Oh, I remember these flowers from my childhood,
Reminds
maybe.
me of home.
Oh, it does remind me of home.
Hopefully this will be enough.
Sydney, a comic. Oh,
had my fill of
Sydney
goblins.
is a Cid. Sydney from Final Fantasy 15 is essentially the Cid of that game. Yeah, also, is it Wedge and Jesse? I don't know about Biggs. Is it like Wedge and Jesse are oft, not as much as Cid, but they're often in there? Deliver back to the hideaway. Okay, well done, guys. This thankfully doesn't take very long. It's really just another killer beast and grab a thing. But let's see what profound effects it has on our curative medicines. What's up there? After playing only up, my jump in this game feels really ineffective. Like, I don't understand why I'm not able to grab onto ledges and just climb over this place. Hey, bro.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Sid. What brings you to the gardens?
The stuff you asked me to get? Do you remember that conversation we had, like, just a minute ago? The flowers? Hello?
The flowers.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Wedge and Biggs are an
Finding
8
them was the
and
easy
6.
part, but
6, 7, and 8.
it's odd.
I'll be in 9.
Remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but you must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
Oh.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here.
Oh, yeah. Growing your own, eh?
Allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something
I'll put
that
some
might
lighting
aid
up
you
in the
on your
attic.
travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals.
We used to get helicopters flying over my local area in winter after it had snowed to see if anybody's rooftops had melted the snow faster than anybody else's. Because it either meant you had bad insulation or you were secretly growing weed in your attic, pumping out
A
heat.
phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency.
Oh, great.
At least I hope it will.
Potion buff. The root of the problem. Morgan brand extract. Okay, do I actually have to do anything or do I just have that? Oh, I just have it. Brilliant. I'm glad we got that out the way. Now let's get back to the main missions. You've obtained a phial of Morgan brand extract, hereby increasing the potency of most consumables. Potions and high potions restore more HP, while strength and stone skin will last longer.
Let's see about
Sounds
planting
great.
those seeds then.
Glad to hear it.
Let us know if you find any rotten planks.
Will do, mate. Have I gone to the right area? No. Sorry, I've got to go down and around where the Kupo is. Throwing that good kush. Oh yeah. Excuse me, sir. Your house smells fantastic. Yeah, don't talk about it.
We must be ready to leave for Rosalith at a moment's notice.
Gov gave you the news then?
We're leaving for Rosalith, but not before I know exactly what's going on. What have we heard?
All sorts. Nobody was expecting the Delmex to open up a new front against the Empire, least of all our friends in the provinces. Reports have been rolling in from all over the place, with no two saying the same thing. I've been passing them on to Vivian, in the hope she can make sense of them. If you're set on going, you'll want to talk to her.
Understood.
Okay. Who is Vivian, by the way? Obviously, we know what, like, she's vibing over here. Like, she's got a lot of knowledge and experience, and we obviously, like, heed her counsel. But why?
Ah, if it isn't my favorite pupil. Let's see now, where did we leave? Well, this is a surprise. My lectures are rarely so well attended.
You know what they say? A little knowledge, can't hurt?
We're going to Rosalith to deal with Kupka. What's the situation there?
Whoa there, Lord Rosfield. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to return to your roost. But to fully understand the present situation, one must first understand how it came to be.
Are we going to have another map story time? We are! I love where it has to constantly remind you exactly what's going on.
Let us begin with the story of Hugo Kupka.
or the permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian government, to give him his formal title. In a republic founded on commerce, there could hardly be a more influential position. It has granted him both extraordinary wealth and extraordinary power.
We're on the side of tonight.
Not that he ever wanted for the latter. Being Titan's dominant, he is also Dalmekia's last line of defense, a fact he has used to his considerable advantage. Why, he was even able to pry Drake's Fang, one of the pillars of the Republic, from Parliament's grip. And he was quick to buy the loyalty of the Fang's protectors. Today they are his faithful creatures, a private army in all but name. The self-same army that marches upon Rosarian soil as we speak. By which I mean Imperial soil, not that you need reminding of the fact. Suffice it to say, the Empire's
it's a liberation movement
at present.
Right.
Deadlocked as it is with Dalmekia
I thought it
over
was a
its
fake
occupation
war
of the Crystalline Dominion, where its legions are now gathered. Scarcely a handful of garrisons remain to secure its western provinces, and half of them left after the fall of Drake's Breath. With the threat of the Ironblood thus diminished, they had little cause to fear a maritime invasion. And so today, only a token force guards the former duchy's shores, as Kupka was quick to descry. He landed his troops on the Rosarian coast without encountering so much as a single ship. All for you, Clive. He wants your head. And so he and his men advance upon Rosalith, not to capture the province, but to draw you out.
You're supposed to read along the in-game lore things. What? I don't really know where they are.
Sailed up the coast.
I've been
What if
reading
port is older then?
most stuff.
Is the city safe?
Quite.
Can we dump Jill
According
for
to the
her? For
Guardians
this
of
one?
the Flame, the Dalmekian fleet floated by without
Jill's my
incident.
soulmate.
But not without remark. When they learned Kupka's forces were making for Rosalith, our friends were quick to begin arranging the exodus of her citizens. And so the stage will soon be set for your heroic homecoming. Alas, it will be a more trying task to enter the capital than it was to leave it. Hugo's men hold Buett Bridge, despite the Imperials' repeated attempts to wrest it back from their grasp. And they were careful not to repeat the Empire's mistake in neglecting their coastal defenses. The seas around Rosalith are firmly under Dalmekian control. So tell me, pupil mine, what do you believe to be the best route to Rosalith?
Straight line.
The north. We cross the northern border near Phoenix Gate, then take the road through Stillwind down to the capital. Hardly the quickest route, but at least we won't be spotted.
A little local knowledge goes a long way, and so must you.
We'd best get a move on then.
Oh, will you be going too?
Aye.
Oh,
I've been waiting a
Snowrip!
long time to give that fucker a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah!
I would have missed this for the world.
God, I forgot that was there.
We should be on our way.
Lead on.
You are right, I have been neglecting that. Right, up from the north. We're gonna drop down in, apparently. Let's start to make our way there. Yeah, if I hold the middle button. Ooh! Oh, nice. This used to be my peaceful, beautiful home.
Fortify the castle gates at once.
Hugo and his men have been busy.
Do you reckon I've missed
Already
loads
breached
of
the
lore?
castle's outer wall. The Imperials are holding the ground for now, but it's only a matter of time before the keep falls. Those fuckers really went to town on this place. Almost like they want to wipe it off the map.
Just a means to an end.
All this for one man? They didn't have to go so far.
If you keep your wits about you, I reckon you can make it up to the castle without raising the alarm.
Oh, we're sneaking.
I'll sniff out any townsfolk who haven't escaped yet and send them on their way.
Be careful.
Likewise. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Yo! That Iron Lot, they are actually capable. They've mostly been on the receiving end of all of the cutscenes and narrative of the game. Seeing them actually attacking.
I was ready for this, but
I know. It's like a nightmare. This was our home. Come on, Clive. We have to keep going.
Hey, boy. Capital punishment. They're literally punishing the capital city. I can't stroke my dog yet. So, this is what I've been missing out on. Hugo Kupka. Permanent economic advisor to the Dhalmekian Parliament and dominant of the Titan. He has little love for his country, taking advantage of his position to benefit himself and himself alone, after learning that Sid, the outlaw, the man who slew the love of his life, Benedicta Harmon, still lives. His task is a personal guard with capturing and torturing bearers in order to draw out his nemesis and take revenge. Rosliff. The former capital city of the Duchy of Rosaria, Annabelle Lesage, who once ruled alongside Elwyn Rosfield as the Duchess, now wields absolute power as the Holy Empress of Sanbrec and has established an administrative government under her command. The majority of Rosaliff's citizens fled or were captured when the Iron Kingdom invaded, and now the only inhabitants are a handful of nobles and sundry others who have sworn allegiance to the Empire for fear of retribution. The Men of the Rock. Can you smell what they're cooking? A private army under the command of Hugo Kupka. So it's not really all the iron-clad armies that are invading right now. It's his own particular group. Originally employed by the Dhalmekian Parliament to guard Drake's Fang, the bulk of the force was co-opted by Kupka when he seized control of the Mother Crystal and has served him and only him ever since. Most Men of the Rock idolize their commander for his political and financial achievements. After all, few can claim to have been made a permanent economic advisor to the Dhalmekian Parliament and built a wealth worthy of several generations in a single lifetime. The Imperial Army? The assembled forces of the Holy Empire of Sanbrec. While officially under the command of the Cardinals, it is the Holy Emperor Sylvester Lesage whom the legions truly serve. On the battlefield, the Dragoons, peerless lancers renowned throughout the realm, are the Empire's keenest weapon, descending from the skies to sow terror and disarray amongst their hapless foes. What is this word? The Vice-Regency. There we go. The Vice-Regency. The imperial province incorporating the lands that were once Rosaria, ruled over by Annabella, former Duchess of Rosaria. One of her first acts as Vicereine was to institute a new order of knights, the Black Shields, I hate those guys, who were dispatched to every corner of the province to maintain order for the greater good. They would later come to serve as her personal army, settling her grievances against the bearers and ducal loyalists. I hate her, but she's very attractive. Okay, good to know. We're all caught up. Capable of killing defenseless people, you mean? Absolutely.
This isn't an invasion.
They're a top bunch.
It's a massacre.
He'll stop at nothing, Clive.
God, look how beautiful this is. With all the smoke and stuff pouring out, it's so nice. Like, it's beautifully rendered.
do this.
Attractive to the noose, maybe. Yeah, like we'd have to see her hung.
We can get through here.
You don't say that for people. If you hang a painting in the past sense, you hung a painting. But if it's a person, it's hanged, isn't it? So I would still like to see her hanged, but only after I let her start an OnlyFans. Some opponents will cast protect spells to raise defensive barriers. Avoid using your sword. Good to be reminded about that.
It's murderous!
There's only one fitting punishment.
Hey! Okay, brilliant. It shatters quite easily. Okay. Got to keep an eye out for that protect business in the future then. It's still slowly adding bits of mechanics to the combat, I guess. But it is drip feeding it, although to be fair, I don't cope very well if I get too much information too quickly. God, look at that! It's really something.
I yield! I yield!
Oh, he's really enjoying his work. Good for him.
Look what we have here.
Gentlemen,
They did not stand a chance. Can I trigger this ballista to kick off? No. Is that a ballista or a trebuchet? A trebuchet is the arm with the counterweight, right? And that a ballista is just for junk? Question mark? God, what are they doing to my town? My wonderful city. Let's find out in the next episode. See you for some more on YouTube, guys.